And here we go, next part. Oops, I guess I went on for a little too long there. Something like that happened? I had no idea. None of the case files I read went into such detail. Well, I doubt there would be I doubt there would be anything in there that would be inconvenient for the Well, I doubt there would be anything in there that would be inconvenient for the prosecution. I can read. Especially with that von Karma at the head. How would the investigation go from there? The desserts had disappeared from the victim's room, so the investigation hit a rough patch. Thanks to that, it took about a whole year before a verdict was handed down. Not just 3 days. 1 whole year. I feel like now I'm mixing Miles and Gregory. This was before the whole 3-day pre-trial system was established. Trials didn't need to finish in the short amount of time that they do now. I see. Did they ever find out why the victim's dessert disappeared? Well, kinda. His dessert was like a candy ice sculpture made from sherbet. Since it was made from ice, the general consensus was that it had melted. However, that might not quite be the case. What do you mean? This museum used to be Mr. Master's mansion, the stage of the IS-7 incident. And in this very place, they're exhibiting the Sherbet Salon from 18 years ago. The victim's dessert. Yep. Though it could be just a replica of the original. That's why Uncle Ray had to come today to check it out. And for your old man too. Now then, let's get a move on and check out the room. I'm pretty sure it's over in the Winter Palace. I guess we're just done with the old case because Gregory lost. Huh. The Winter Palace should be... Huh? It's locked up. That's odd. They've already opened the museum. Mr. Shields? According to the pamphlet we received at the entrance, the Winter Palace is over here. Really? I could have sworn it was this one. Alright, let's scoot. We gotta confirm the truth of what happened 18 years ago. Cause that's still gonna be there totally. Whoa! What? What? I gotta give them voices. Please. Man, it's still as cold as ever. Uncle Ray's gonna freeze solid. It seems the Winter Palace lives up to its name. It's like a freezer in here. I forgot what they sounded like. It's been a while. With the light dimmed like this, it's almost as if the room itself is made of ice. I think the control panel for the room temperature is on the back wall. Miles, why don't you check what temperature it's set at for me? Uncle Ray's gonna give the curator a piece of his mind later. It's way too cold in here. Very well. But if you want to look around the room a bit, feel free to stay, or freeze, to your heart's content. Yes, I know it's gonna be Fahrenheit. I'm not looking forward to that. I'll get the camera ready. Mom, get the camera! Wow. I want to take some pictures of this place and show it to your old man. I don't quite get how he's going to do that. Understood. Well, first of all, who's this? There's a boy with a school bag. Did he come to the art gallery by himself?
She even quit her job in order to run this museum. I don't really get it.
perhaps he's the son of an acquaintance of the curator's. Is that supposed to be someone we know? Oh god, lag. Oh, that was actually dropped frames. That's bad. I hope that doesn't keep up. So let's see what they have to say. Well, how about this? I'll yell out, Master Mask is here! Yes! It's me! I'm Master Mask! Good, good. Wait, Ronnie! You said that you got arrested! This is just a cameo. Come on, we don't plan together, we won't be able to sell it! What are these two talking about? Okay, yeah. There are two sculptures displayed here. These sculptures are replicas of the desserts that vanished 18 years ago. Impressive, huh? These sculptures made of ice. Yes. My father never got to see these ice sculptures. And now, 18 years later, I'm standing before them. Miles, sorry to bother you while you were in deep thought. Could you turn this way a little? Like this? Yes, yes, like that. Mr. Shields, you're not... Say cheese! Mr. Shields, please don't take pictures of me. Sorry, my bad. I just wanted to make sure the camera works, okay? What works okay? That camera looks quite old. Yeah, well, that's because it's an old-fashioned camera. You know, an instant camera. It automatically develops the photos after shooting. Pretty cool, huh? Yes, I know, though I've never used one. You're quite the know-it-all. You really are the old man's son. Could you move a bit? I want to take some more photos of the room. His face has taken on an unusually serious expression. He's probably thinking about the IS-7 incident. Man, I slept a bunch. I'd already developed, see? Oh, okay. He shoved them in my face before I could reply. Well, I have one more question for you, Mr. Know-It-All. Do you know what these two sculptures represent? They're sculptures of Taurus and Gemini from the winter constellations. Oh, bingo! Not bad, Miles. That's probably why they call this room the Winter Palace. Uncle Ray is feeling generous today, so I'll give you a copy of this photo too. Thanks. Are these replicas of the constellation desserts that were made 18 years ago? Yeah, it looks like these two sculptures are also made out of sherbet. Uncle Ray's only seen the real sculptures in photos. But these sculptures look like the real deal. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah. I think your old man would have wanted you to see it as well. I'm sorry, Uncle Ray didn't have the courage to come here alone. Don't apologize. This was a good opportunity to learn about my father's case. That means a lot to me. So, you want me to take another commemorative photo? No, thanks. Wow. A giant ox sculpture is glaring down at me. If someone glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor, was what I was taught. Its effectiveness depends on the timing, the situation, and the opponent. Wow. A giant block of ice is being displayed here. It appears to be quite heavy. No, the inside must be hollow. On the surface, there is an image of the stars and a written description. The Pleiades, also known as the Seven Sisters, a star cluster that comprises a part of Taurus. But for all these stars to be grouped together as a cluster, the ways of the ancient people must have been very imprecise. What? For some reason, a giant block of ice is on display. There's a description written on the surface. Castor and Pollux. Every December, large meteor showers appear in the direction of these two stars.
And so, Master Mask. And then I!
Those two are being rather noisy and distracting. It can't be helped. I should go look at the other exhibits. Oh yeah, I was supposed to look at the temperature. Mr. Shields, I can't find the temperature control panel. Ah, right. They keep it where it's hard to find. Just one moment. Huh? It's locked. Makes sense, they wouldn't want the guests changing the temperature themselves. According to the pamphlet, the Winter Palace has a temperature of 27 Fahrenheit, which is -3. Now that is cold. Uncle Ray's going to freeze to death. Guess I'll need to find someone to share a body heat with. Preferably you. I mean, a beautiful lady. Oh, are you trying to freeze me to death as well with those cold eyes? Of course not. Alrighty, now that I've got some pictures of this room, let's check out the other palaces. Might as well see them all since we're already here. I suppose you're right.
Ah!
That yell just now. It came from the fountain patio. Let's go, Miles. Oh my god. And is that Gustavio again, or whatever his name was? There's someone passed out on the floor, and that man there is... Oh my god! He's dead! Larry! What are you doing here? No, I'm getting ahead of myself. What exactly happened here? Oh fuck, Larry.
Edgy!
I think he's dead.
I saw someone that no one should have... I saw something that no one should ever have to see again!
Larry, calm down. Why is there someone passed out here?
I didn't do anything! He just fell down all of a sudden.
This man... He can't be. Oh god, they're back too! Fuck me, what was her voice?
Excuse me, but what is the matter here? You can't raise such ruckus in the museum, boys.
This scent is... Seems like he's still breathing, but this is a bad situation. Miles, it's not safe here. Get everyone out of here. Everyone get away from that room right now. There is poison gas coming out of it.
What? What?
I need to work on my Larry voice. I won't be able to keep that up. The issue is, the voice I would give Larry, I've already given to Ray. Mr. Shields, how is the victim? It looks like he breathed in a little too much of that poison gas. He's still unconscious. According to the doctor in the ambulance, There are no external injuries or any other wounds. Thanks to our fortunate timing, we were able to save him before he was too far gone. But he's not out of the woods yet. He's currently being treated by a specialist in the infirmary. I see. Mr. Shields, is he an acquaintance of yours? Yeah, you could say that. He's Dan Gustavia. He was involved in the IS-7 incident. The pastry chef. So he was involved in the case 18 years ago. At least the other guy's doing alright. Is he a friend of yours, Miles? I don't know. Yes, you could say that. It is fortunate that you were not hurt, Larry. Fuck me, I would give him a Surfer Dude, but we've already had Surfer Dude. What's you could say that's supposed to be, Edgy? It's just a Surfer Dude, but with a little more to it. How could you treat a childhood friend like that? It's just cruel. Yeah, but I imagine him having that voice. Isn't that basically the same thing but slower? And also, when I'm dressed like this, I'm called Louise Donim, you know? So don't call me Larry, it's Laurice. This man is Larry Butts. He's nothing but trouble, but he's been one of my friends since grade school. I thought he said best friends, but no. Some time ago, he awakened to the calling of art and assumed the alias Laurice Donim. But a Butts by any other name would smell just as much. Really? You two are childhood friends? I better report that to your old man too. I sure will bring him joy. He was always worried about you not being able to make friends. Good for you, Edgy. Aren't you glad to have a bosom buddy like me? My father was worried about something like that. Oh boy. But anyway, what are you doing in a place like this, Larry? How many times do I have to tell you, Edgy? It's Laurice. What are you doing in a place like this? Yikes! Don't glare at me when you talk. So are you going to tell me? Isn't it obvious? Come here to study art. Wait, I have an idea. Can I do a shag? Wait, I need to listen to how Shaggy sounds. Shaggy, where is the caveman?
Am I glad he's frozen in there and that we're out here?
Oh, like this then! Isn't it obvious? I've come here to study art!
We're out here. What I want to know is where's the caveman?
Hold on, okay. I've come here to study art! I'm going to take Mandy on a date here, so I was just doing some scouting beforehand. Aren't you just using art as an excuse to go on a date? Not bad, Laurice. Maybe you could introduce some pretty girls to me next time. Oh, now you're talking my language, dude! I think I'm getting a headache. By the way, Laurice, did you notice anything strange when you found the victim? Nah, not really. Nothing that would make you say, I saw something that no one should ever have to see. Oh yeah, that. I was just surprised when I saw that old dude fall down out of nowhere like that. I didn't do anything this time for once. Is that anything to brag about? I still cannot remember what voice I did for her. Visitors! We wish to deeply apologize. Wait, visitors, we wish to deeply apologize for the disturbance. Well, I think that's just my old K voice. That would be terrible.
We wish to deeply apologize for the disturbance. I am the curator of this museum. My name is Catherine Hall.
She's also one of the people involved in the IS-7 incident. Hello there, Miss Kate.
Monsieur Shields! Thank you for your continued assistance.
I tried to give her a French accent, but I can't do a French accent. She was the woman... Women? She was the woman we saw at the reception, so she's the curator here.
We apologize for the inconvenience, especially since it's the opening day.
No, you don't have to apologize for a thing, Miss Kate. I almost forgot. Let me introduce you to someone. This is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory Edgeworth's son.
Oh, Monsieur Edgeworth's.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, how wonderful! I met so soon, after 18 years. It is an honor to meet you, defense attorney Miles Edgeworth.
Wow, that was amazing! You still got that golden voice, Miss Kate? Yeah, totally. Actually, I'm a prosecutor.
Oh, so you're a prosecutor. My most sincere apologies, Monsieur Edgeworth.
This woman is very polite, but slightly odd.
Oh, Katie! Could I get your autograph right here, pray please?
Yes, if you so desire.
Why do you want her autograph?
Hey, don't tell me! Don't tell me you don't know who she is!
My, you really don't keep up with the entertainment news, do you, Miles? What? What is this unbearable atmosphere? She's a superstar actress who's been in tons of musicals and movies. She's a great singer too, as you could hear.
Currently, I'm the curator of this museum. I have already retired from the stage. I finished filming my role for my last movie a few days ago. My co-stars also said that they would come here once I opened the doors. And here you are, Monsieur Artiste. I return this to you.
Thanks a bunch, Katie. I'll treasure it for the rest of my life.
Well. Looks like me and Louise share the same interests. So I gathered. Larry, you said you're here to study art. Why don't you practice drawing as well? Since you're here at Miss Hall's art museum.
Oh, it would be an honor to have Monsieur Artiste sketch our exhibits.
God, I had a good voice for her, but I already forgot it.
Oh, I guess even you have some good ideas every now and then, Edgy. A little bit of sketching for Katie here.
What an amusing person.
Forgive the disturbance. Incidentally, who was the woman that was with you earlier?
That was Madame Delicious Scones. She is currently assisting in the treatment of Monsieur Gustavia in the infirmary. Even though I said infirmary since this is an art museum now, it is only provisional. As I am the only staff member working here, I cannot take the leave of my duties for too long.
Delicious Scones. I believe we have heard that name before, Mr. Shields. Yep. Looks like the whole gang is from the IS-7 incident. Looks like the whole gang from the IS-7 incident is here. Well, I doubt that's a coincidence.
Monsieur Shields? Monsieur Edgeworth? Would you care for some hot tea?
Oh, Miss Kate's tea. That takes me back. Yes, if you please.
Now I must take my leave. I must explain the situation to the other visitors.
Alright, thanks for everything. This smells like Ceylon, I think it was. I should drink it before it cools. Oh, this Ceylon tea is of very high quality. And this aroma of citrus does wonders for your concentration, right? Your old man said the exact same thing 18 years ago. I have a really weirdly exact memory. But the sauces back then were chilled, today they're warm. Anyway, don't you think this current situation is rather unusual? You mean how everyone involved in the case 18 years ago has gathered at this museum? Yes, I would like to be in charge of this case. Yes, I would like to be in charge of this case if at all possible. Oh boy!
Hey, buddy,
Yep. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, are you okay?
Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Shields! Is that Mortimer? Yeah, that's the voice, that way, yep. I came here as fast as I could when I heard that you were done in by a poison gas.
Oh, my sweet honey Kay. How about a hug after being parted for so long?
No! Jeez! So you're perfectly fine? I can't believe you made us worry so much!
Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of bringing Kay here? I'm sorry, sir. I knew the gas was dangerous, so I tried to stop her. But no matter how much I ran, and I ran. Wait, but no matter how much I ran, I couldn't gain any ground. Wait.
When it comes to running away, no one is faster than the Yatagarasu.
No, wait.
Mortimer, this is still a hard voice to keep up.
But you weren't running away from here. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm all set. Whoa! I'm all set, sir. I'll start investigating the crime scene. Since there might be traces of gas in the room, I'll have to ask everyone to wait here. Very well, I'm counting on you. Good luck in there, Flatfoot.
Wow, Gami's so cool. He's just like a detective.
But that's what he is. Oh god. What is that noise? Yes, Edgeworth here? Mr. Edgeworth! It looks like the poison gas has dissipated, sir. Everything's melting! Detective, calmly explain the state of the Autumn Palace. Yes, sir. I'll start with the exhibits on the left. There's a statue of the two people. Wait, so this has the exact same exhibits. That's kind of freaky. On the right, there's a statue of an animal with two horns. A statue of two people and a statue of an animal with horns. Isn't that the exact same thing I saw in the Winter Palace just a while ago? Also, the room is wet with water thanks to the sprinkler system. That also prevented the gas from harming anyone else. The sprinkler system. Was there a fire in the room? There are no signs of a fire, and the fire alarm hasn't gone off either, sir. The sprinklers in this museum are the kind that detects both smoke and fire. And if it detects smoke, it will send an alert to the security room. I think the poison gas might have set off the alarm in the security room, sir. Was there anyone in the security room at the time? The only one working here is the curator, Miss Catherine Hall, sir. She has been in the reception booth opposite the security room ever since the museum opened. Did Miss Hall turn on the sprinklers? The sprinkler system can only be operated manually from the security room, sir. If it had been automatic, it would have sprayed water all over the exhibits. Since the system is manual, the situation can be examined and the exhibits moved if need be. I guess there would be more priority over the exhibits than the building, only at a museum. But it's way too cold in this room, sir. Isn't this supposed to be the Autumn Palace? Wait, it feels more like the dead of winter in here. The Autumn Palace is cold. I checked the thermostat earlier, and it was set to 27F, which is still -3. I couldn't believe it! Why would the Autumn Palace be set to the same temperature as the Winter Palace? That's about all I know for now, sir. If I figure out anything else, I'll give you another call. I see. I'm counting on you, detective.
What did Gummy say?
He said it feels more like winter in the Autumn Palace.
I don't get it. Do you still have to keep that voice up? Yeah, like this, okay.
I haven't been able to enter the room personally, but it should be possible to look inside after the police has finished investigating. I'd like to know what it's like in there myself. For real, she still has like, it's fucking... Oh no, wait, it's April right now. So, yeah, her outfit still makes kinda sense.
Isn't there someone else who knows about the incident?
Ah, there is someone. Miles' friend, right?
Friend?
Though he's such a nuisance, we have no choice but to listen to what he has to say for now. Oh boy. Where's the caveman? That's the voice. Oh, I didn't even read case, sorry.
Oh, here you are! You're here too, Kay! You're looking as cute as ever!
Oh god, these two boys are gonna be terrible together.
Mortimer? Eh, long time no see. It's Larry, isn't it?
Wait, wow, those are really similar.
Okay, right now, my name is Laurice. I'm an artist, that's why.
Ah, so your pen name. So that's your pen name, Louise. The artist formerly known as Larry.
Wait, no, fuck me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mortimer. Yeah, but
Wow, you really are a good girl, Kay. Nothing like edgy here.
Larry, I have many things I need to ask you.
What's this? Don't tell me you suspect me again. You're gonna say because I was first on the scene, I must be the culprit, aren't you?
I never said anything like that. I only want you to tell me what you saw. You said you saw something that no one should ever have to see, did you not?
But now I'm saying I didn't see nothing. And I didn't do nothing. Probably.
Oh my, you didn't seem so confident at the end there. There are somewhat troublesome circumstances surrounding this man. The saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts, still holds true 26 years on. One could say his tendency to attract trouble is legendary. I think I went back into Gregory. It seems he's done something troublesome without even realizing it himself. I'll just have to try and extract the truth from him. Oh boy. Oh, chess! Long time no chess. I guess, yeah. I guess Miles has that over his dad, that he can chess and Gregory couldn't. My goal is to expose whatever Larry is hiding. However...
I didn't see nothing! I didn't do nothing!
Okay. Larry's an extremely restless and troublesome man. Until he cools down, I'll just wait and see. First, I'll ask him about his goal. This isn't something I can't handle. I'll finish this quickly. Why did you come here? What was your purpose for coming to the art gallery?
What? Are you saying that I don't belong in an art gallery?
You don't belong here? Wow.
Hey, if you're not gonna talk, hold that phone so I can paint your portrait. And then I'll scribble all over the portrait I drew of you.
Your paintings are all scribbles.
I was just joking. I would never scribble over my paintings, of course. They're works of art, after all.
I don't think any of your works would qualify as art.
Don't look down on me! There are people who recognize my skills as an artist!
Those people are blind.
Mandy is my girlfriend, but it's really my paintings she fell in love with. That's why I'll sketch anything my girlfriend likes.
Then why are you here on your own today?
So what? Can a guy with a girlfriend spend some time alone?
Go spend time with her.
Mandy said she's a Gemini. I thought she'd be happy if I showed her a sketch of it on her next day. On the next date.
Do you really have that much confidence in the sketch?
Well, I'm not so confident about this one. But I thought she would be happy if I did a sketch of her astrological sign.
You came to see the Gemini sculpture then? Oh man. I see. That's just like you. To impress Mandy, you came here to see the Gemini sculpture, didn't you?
What? How do you find out, Scoop?
Because you just unknowingly told me everything.
Well then, I'm not saying another word from now on.
He's finally decided to remain silent. In that case, I'll be more relentless with my questioning. I'll try to find out what he was doing here at the art gallery. I'll expose his true motives. This shouldn't take long. What did you do at the art gallery? What did you do at this art gallery?
What's with that glare? I don't really remember anything. I didn't have a pamphlet, so I just loitered around the fountain patio.
You forgot to get a pamphlet. Yes! Don't they give you a pamphlet at the reception booth after you pay the admission fee?
Huh? Oh, is that right? So, the admission wasn't free, huh?
You didn't pay. Don't tell me. You sneaked in here without paying.
I'm sorry! I didn't mean to do anything bad. It's just, there was no one at the reception booth. That's why I thought you could come in here for free.
So, Miss Hall wasn't there. Miss Hall wasn't at the reception booth. Wow, still not dead.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was anyone on the other side of the desk.
Come to think of it, Gumshoe did say something about that. Miss Hall was busy activating the sprinklers from the security room. Because of the incident, she had to leave the reception booth.
Poor Katie. She went to all the trouble to open up the palace, and now the art gallery's star attraction, the Winter Palace, is completely ruined.
You know about the Winter Palace? Oh, you're certainly well informed about the Winter Palace for someone without a pamphlet. The Winter Palace is where your goal, the Gemini sculpture, was located. You had your sights set on the Winter Palace from the beginning, didn't you? There we go.
What? How you find me out again? That's right. My goal was to see this Gemini sculpture. From the very beginning, the Winter Palace was the very reason I came here.
He confessed quite easily. You can never tell anything with this man. Next, I'll ask for further information regarding the Winter Palace. He may still have some fight left in him. I'll watch his reactions and extract the information I need. I have no more use for you. Larry, did you also enter the Winter Palace?
What's with the look of distrust? Sure, I tried going in, but...
You couldn't get in? You tried to go in, but you weren't actually able to, right?
Yeah, that's about right. I wanted to go in, but... then that old geezer collapsed. I was a little freaked out.
It was because of the victim. So you couldn't get in because the victim of the poison gas collapsed.
Yeah, he fell right out of the Winter Palace.
I'm sure the victim emerged from the Autumn Palace.
If it weren't for that poison gas incident, I'd be in there sketching the Gemini sculpture right now. Am I even still Scooby-Doo? I don't think so.
Larry must have mistaken the Autumn Palace for the Winter Palace. That aside, it seems his goal was to sketch the sculpture. This should be a useful clue. What did you see in the Winter Palace? What did I say? Did I not say Shaggy? Larry, did you see anything in the Winter Palace? Oh, I said Scooby-Doo. Whoops.
Oh, Scoops, you're still hung up on that? Didn't I say I didn't see anything? I started to think it wasn't such a great idea to come to the art gallery. I need to leave soon to meet with my girlfriend.
Perhaps I should try using that clue. What about your sketch? You came here to sketch the sculpture for your girlfriend, did you not? I don't think you would give up that easily. Even after the victim collapsed, you could still see inside the room from the outside, right?
Well, I may have gotten a tiny glimpse, but there's no evidence. There's no evidence that I saw something scary in there, right?
You saw something scary. My, I'm disappointed it turned out to be this simple. Larry, you saw something scary at the crime scene, didn't you? Wow.
Whoa! Edgy, can you read my mind? Scoops, in that case, there's no point in keeping any more secrets from you.
You just told me everything of your own accord. That was a complete waste of time, but finally, it's checkmate.
I had my eyes fixed on the Gemini sculpture.
You've mentioned the Gemini sculpture many times now, but I don't believe the sculpture you saw was the Gemini one.
What? Was it a mirage then?
Larry mistakenly thought he saw the Winter Palace. This piece of evidence shows what Larry really saw. I guess he saw Pisces? Take a look at this pamphlet. In the Autumn Palace, the Pisces, Capricorn, Aries, and Aquarius sculptures are displayed. Wait, Wait, what? These don't line up at all. Aries is not autumn. And Sagittarius is most definitely not summer. Is this southern hemisphere or something? Like, what? Incidentally, I can confirm that the Gemini sculpture is located in the Winter Palace. Fucking zodiac signs are weird and dumb. Therefore, the sculpture you saw could not have been the Gemini one.
I knew it!
I expected him to be a bit more shocked at the news.
Thought it was kind of strange. I know I saw a single goddess. And that transformation was not a mirage. Well, not a mirage.
Transformation, you say?
Oh, you curious too, Edgy? Well, nothing for it. Guess I'll have to show you.
Show me. Show me what exactly?
I drew a picture of the very scene I saw back then. But I really can't believe what I drew.
Picture? What picture?
This one right here.
Okay. So we have a Mary that's crying blood. Nice. And it's an ice sculpture. What? What? What is this disturbing picture? Is that sculpture weeping tears of blood?
Maurice! This picture is scary!
Okay, it scared me too! This Gemini sculpture suddenly transformed into a goddess right before my eyes! I couldn't help but scream!
So the victim collapsed. Collapsing wasn't what surprised him. What do you mean when you say transformed?
I don't really understand it myself. The lower half of its body just turned into a fish.
A fish goddess. That would be the Pisces sculpture, wouldn't it? Aren't Pisces just two fish, though? A mythology. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't know that. In mythology, Pisces represents a fish that a goddess and her son transform into. The fish. Well, I guess fish is also plural, so I don't even know.
Really? So Pisces isn't just a couple of ordinary fish?
Angie, you don't think that sculpture is cursed, do you? Those tears of blood turned the Gemini sculpture into a fish.
Preposterous. You simply mistook the Pisces sculpture for the Gemini one.
Oh! You put the sketch in your organizer?
Even a sketch like this can be used as a scrap paper after all.
How could you?
But it's strange. Why didn't only the lower half of the sculpture transform? Uncle Ray is a bit curious about what went on in the Autumn Palace. Indeed. I wonder if someone tampered with the Pisces sculpture. Yes, Edgeworth here?
Mr. Edgeworth! We finished searching the room! The poison gas isn't a threat anymore, so you can enter the crime scene.
Right, good work, detective. You see that one sculpture in the middle at the bottom that kind of looks like what Trico is afraid of in Last Guardian? It seems we can enter the Autumn Palace now. Nice timing, Mr. Detective.
Let's go right now! I want to see the Pisces sculpture.
If Larry's going, I'm going too!
I was planning on bringing him along anyway. Right then, let's proceed to the Autumn Palace. So this is the Autumn Palace. It certainly does resemble the Winter Palace.
I've been waiting, sir. Huh? Aren't you that hairy butts guy?
Wrong! I'm Maurice Donim!
Never mind that, detective. Your report, if you please.
Roger that, sir. We discovered a used gas burner during our investigation. The nozzle was still warm when you found it, so it may be related to the incident.
Was it used to heat something? Was that ladder always there on the ground?
It was probably used by the person who set off the poison gas. The poison gas was released when someone lifted the lid off that glass case, sir.
The Pisces sculpture.
Huh? Seems like you know about it, sir. Well then, do you know what the sculpture next to it is?
Since we're in the Autumn Palace, it would probably be the Capricorn sculpture.
I suspected Mr. Edgeworth. I thought it was Taurus myself. I was thrown off it off as it was covered by this weird cloth. Oh! The fluorescent cloth! I wonder what it's doing here.
Evidence from the I-7 incident. Oh boy.
No matter what it is, how it got here. The sculptures in this room are all covered with this fluorescent cloth.
And because they're hidden, it makes me want to see them even more.
Let's take a look. I'll just get this cloth off.
Wow, they're beautiful.
Okay. You don't think the transformation Larry saw was in fact the moment the cloth wrapped around the lower half was indeed the moment the cloth wrapped around the lower half of Pisces fell?
See? Edgy! It wasn't a mirage or a mistake after all!
Hey, Miles. There sure is something strange about this room. It looks exactly the same as the Winter Palace we were in just a moment ago. Yes, I agree. Perhaps the sculptures were hidden to make it look like the Winter Palace. If you wrap the cloth around the lower half of the Pisces sculpture, it looks like Gemini. Capricorn is a half fish too. Hide the lower half and it resembles Taurus. The remaining two, which couldn't be altered with trickery, were covered up. The Autumn Palace was made to look like the Winter Palace, so it seems, Mr. Shields. It looks like we'll need to conduct an investigation of the Autumn Palace too. Oh boy. Mr. DeBest and Judge Courtney. At least these are easy to do.
Hey, hey, hey! You guys again? This is a problem. You see, this is my crime scene.
Mr. Edgeworth, it seems my power is insufficient. If you're here, then it would appear that you still haven't understood my warnings.
Yeah.
Furthermore, you know full well your reckless actions will cause trouble for that detective. In the name of the Goddess of Law, I must pass judgment.
You've got it all wrong, pal. I was the one who asked Mr. Edgeworth to investigate.
Really? Well then, Flatfoot, I'll have to do that.
That?
Yeah, that. Right. Cut your salary. I finally learned something in prosecutor school. The first thing you do when you arrive at the salary is cut Gumshoe's pay. Looking forward to your next payday. I've always wanted to say that.
You're the last person I want cutting my salary, pal.
Hold it, DeBest. I am only cooperating with the police as a witness to this incident. Detective Gumshoe is not to blame.
So that's how it is. Well then, should I be raising his salary?
No, that's not what I meant.
Wow. But it would be really nice to get my salary raised.
Your mercy is deeply moving, Sebastian, but past transgressions must lead to future judgment. Prosecutor Edgeworth and all his company depart at once from this holy site.
But we only just got here.
The one given the Goddess of Law's blessing for this incident was Sebastian.
In other words, Mr. DeBest is the prosecutor in charge of this case.
That's right, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening performance is over. Besides, I've already got my eyes set on the culprit.
What? Who, pal?
Well, naturally, that artist. Me? Hey, what's going on, Edgy?
Don't ask me, I can't understand his reasoning.
You can't understand how the best prosecutor thinks. It simply shows how inculpable you are.
It seems he doesn't even know what inculpable even means.
That's right, Sebastian. Prosecutor Edgeworth is quite incapable.
Yes. Wait. What?
Oh yes, he's in... No, wait, that's just Shaggy again. He's in... Wait.
Yeah, he's incapable. That was it. Yes, I found it again.
She just nonchalantly corrected him. She just nonchalantly corrected him. That is not... That is a way too surprised sprite for that sentence.
Don't underestimate my intelligence gathering skills. I just came from the infirmary and asked the doctor there about the cause of the poison gas.
And what was the cause?
Some normal substance. What was its name again? Hold on a second. I called the doctor to make sure.
Since Sebastian is on the phone, I'll answer for him. In that case, why didn't you tell us before he called? The poison gas was caused by the mixing of two different types of chemicals. Their names are...
Wow.
Are normalium and fatalium.
Fucking... I can't with those names.
Their names are unobtainium and vibranium. So, what are those chemicals So what are those chemicals exactly? Normalium is a red liquid that's commonly used in everyday products. It's quite normal. It can be found in paint and detergent, among other things, but it is not toxic by itself.
So you're saying that a substance readily available to anyone...
Yes.
That's a substance readily available to anyone.
Yes, but fatalium, on the other hand, is not so easy to obtain. Its name sure sounds dangerous. What's it used for? It is the active ingredient of a white pesticide known as Megatoxin X.
Fuck me!
Fatalium itself also has a deep white color, but it's not readily sold in stores. It's nearly impossible to obtain domestically. Right now, we are looking into how this chemical was obtained.
Okay, I finally found out the names of those chemicals.
Judge Courtney has already told us. We don't need to hear it again.
Fine then. I'll cut to the chase. You know that normalium from the poison gas is also used in paint, right?
Yeah, probably.
Today, out of everyone who visited the art gallery, the only one carrying paint was that artist!
You're treating me as a culprit just because of that?
I object to the red paint on the palette you're carrying.
Hey, Edgy! Don't you think this prosecutor is kind of an idiot?
Indeed. Although I've only known him for a short time, his logic is always absurd.
Hey, don't ignore me!
It's alright, Sebastian. They're only doing it because they're afraid of you. Like the first star to appear at night, show us reasoning that shines the best.
Yeah, for real.
The first star shines the best. Not bad. Hey, you guys better listen up.
And here it was the first star in the Japanese version, I'm guessing.
That artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. The poison gas was caused by normalium, a chemical found in paint, right? As he was carrying paint near the victim, he wouldn't have had the best chance. He would have had the best chance. The paint, along with being the first victim. That's pretty much proves he's the culprit. So, what do you think, Justine?
We cannot ignore the possibility. Well then, Mr. Artist, please tell us the truth. Did you leave red paint at the crime scene? Or else, did you cause the poison gas to go off?
The only thing I left behind is my bond of love with you.
Oh my god.
Please watch what you say. My gavel is already prepared to declare you guilty.
Please pay no heed to this man's statements.
Hey, you guys! Ignoring my reasoning is just because it's flawless won't do you any good. Mr. Edgeworth, if you already admitted defeat, you should take your leave.
Even though I don't really have time to deal with your ridiculous reasoning. Even if I don't really have time to deal with your ridiculous reasoning. Okay. That artist was the first to discover the victim, so naturally he's the best suspect. Poison gas was caused by normalium, a chemical found in paint, right? Let's just present... Yup, that was easy. Mr. The Best, your logic is more akin to a shooting star than a shining star.
Haha, it shines the best like a shooting star, right?
It may shine brightly for a brief moment, but then it burns itself out. The poison gas originated from inside the glass case of the Pisces sculpture.
Exactly! That's where the artist set off the gas, right? He used the normalium in his red paint!
As your senior, let me give you one piece of advice. Listen to the explanations of others. Poison gas was caused by mixing both normalium and fatalium together. The normalium contained in the red paint is not enough by itself.
Oh, really? I thought I heard that normalium caused the fatality.
Don't tell me you just misheard the forensic report.
Darn it!
By the time Larry discovered the victim, the room was already filled with poison gas. It is time for you to realize how incapable you really are.
Hey, what do you mean by incapable?
You tried to use that word earlier, and you still don't know what it means. He means to say you are lacking in ability.
Incidentally, inculpable has a completely different meaning.
I get it. You're making fun of me again, aren't you?
I'm merely saying you are incapable in your investigation.
Before you insult Sebastian, I still have some doubts about your own statement.
What kind of doubts?
We all know Mr. Artist could have simply entered the Autumn Palace at an earlier time.
That's...
Moreover, do you have evidence that the red paint is unrelated to the case?
The most important thing now is not the red paint, the red normalium and the white fatalium. Exactly how were these two substances mixed? I believe that is our main concern.
Naturally. It was Sebastian's job to investigate that. Were it not for your interference, we would have found that out by now.
I never intend to interfere. On the contrary, I'd like to cooperate.
Don't tell me you're going to say you know the cause of the poison gas.
How the poison gas started, I have something that may shed some light on this matter.
Sebastian, do not fall for his bluff.
Come now, it's fine, really. Let's hear what he's come up with.
If you say so, Sebastian.
Come now, show us! How did the poison gas start?
Oh, it's not that. Can you see this piece of evidence? It has traces of the poison gas. No, it doesn't. It's fucking... The poison gas did not come from the gas canister. Why is he... Wow, he just slid to the right. He actually backed off.
Don't give up, Mr. Edgeworth. Keep using your poison tongue like you always do.
I must have evidence that shows the whole Normalium and Fatalium were mixed. Red Normalium and white Fatalium were mixed, huh?
How did the poison gas start?
Oh, with the... Yeah, okay, then...
Surely you're not saying that this was the cause of the poison gas?
It seems even you've noticed.
It really stands out.
Those red tears that Larry saw were undoubtedly Normalium.
Huh? Wait a second. If those were chemicals, does that mean a ghost set off the poison gas?
I don't have time to play along with them. The red tears of Normalium could not have triggered the poison gas by itself. That red liquid was mixed inside the case to create the poison gas.
What? Just where do you see evidence that the chemicals were mixed?
That can also be seen in the sketch. Here is the evidence. A pink liquid can be seen flowing out from under the case of the Pisces sculpture. This is proof that the two chemicals were mixed.
Hold on a second, I still don't get it. How does this show that Normalium and Fatalium were mixed?
Since we have a self-proclaimed artist here, I'll let him explain. Larry, you fancy yourself an artist, so you should know about mixing paint, right? What do you add to red to make pink?
Don't take me for a fool, Edgy. I'll have you know I graduated from middle school. I'll have you know that I graduated top of my class at the Navy SEALs, and I have 300 confirmed kills. You add white to red to make pink. It's common knowledge. Well, technically, there's rose pink, baby pink, and several others.
That's enough. Now do you understand, Mr. The Best?
Ah, that's how it is. By mixing red Normalium and white Fatalium, you get a pink liquid.
Chemistry doesn't necessarily work like that. Yes, exactly. Took him long enough.
I see.
It looks like Mr. The Best finally gets it. Prosecutor Edgeworth, you have merely presented one possibility. Do we really know if the color was the result of the two chemicals mixed together? Furthermore, this sketch was drawn by a suspect. I cannot put much faith into it.
I just painted what I saw. How could that be a lie?
Mr. Artist, I did not permit you to speak.
Oh, so cold. But that's part of her charm.
Of course, I intend to bring the truth to light immediately.
It would be wise not to jeopardize your position even further. Aren't you going to answer my question from before? How do you know that Mr. Artist did not enter the Autumn Palace? If you cannot prove this, there is no room for you to argue any further.
Hey, couldn't we find that out if we talk to the victim, pal?
The victim, Jane Gustavia, remains unconscious and in critical condition.
Ah, that's right.
Well then, Sebastian will be investigating the crime scene now. All of you, please vacate the premises.
Okay.
If you were to take a stand in court, you'd cause a lot of trouble for the presiding judge. Is there something you would like to say, Mr. Artist?
Hold your horse, Miss Cool Beauty.
My name is Justine Courtney. Please don't address me by such a strange title.
Oh, you finally told me your name. Pleased to meet you, Justy. I'm Maurice Dalnim. But you can call me Maurice.
Mr. Artist, please get to the point.
I just remembered something I haven't had a chance to say yet. When I first got to this room, it was locked. Jesus. So I couldn't get in. But then that old dude just suddenly fell through the door.
It would appear that the palace rooms can be locked from the inside, but just because you say it was so, doesn't mean the door was locked. Without proof, your statement holds no value.
Well, why not let Uncle Ray prove it for you?
What?
After all, we can confirm the room was locked too. Right, Miles?
Yes, I remember as well.
The Winter Palace should be... Huh? It's locked up. That's odd. They've already opened the museum.
Until the gas outbreak, no one could have entered this room. Perhaps the suspect entered the room with the victim during the gas outbreak.
As you can see, this man did not inhale any of the gas. If you examine his belongings, you'll find he wasn't carrying a gas mask either.
Is that so? Well then, I have no choice but to agree.
That was easier than I expected. Anyway, I presume this clears up any suspicions surrounding Larry. It seems Mr. The Best's logic was off once again.
Not exactly. I just didn't have enough information, that's all. Therefore, my reasoning was just before its time.
He sure has a grand way of saying that things didn't work out for him. In that case, there is one more suspect who has yet to take the stand. Mr. Artist, you are free to go.
Huh? But I wanted to talk to you a little more, Justy.
Overruled.
Your cold demeanor leaves me mesmerized all the more.
This other suspect is...
a pharmacist by the name of Delicious Scones. It would have been difficult for this artist to obtain the Fatalium from Megatoxin X. I keep almost saying Megatonic for some reason. But a pharmacist may have knowledge of how to do that. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Sebastian, it would be best if we brought her in quickly.
Best if we brought her in quickly? Sounds good, leave it to me! Hey Flatfoot, keep up the investigation!
Got it.
Don't tell me. Judge Courtney suspected her from the very beginning.
So Mr. The Best's logic wasn't able to help. Wasn't any help at all.
Judge Courtney, just what is she Judge Courtney, what is she thinking? Really? That was a rather short one in comparison. That was only an hour and 13 minutes. But I guess Neo did say this somehow has 9 parts. I don't remember which part we're on though.
She said it would be a 10-minute recess. They sure are taking an awfully long time.
Ahem, sorry to keep you waiting. Prosecutor The Best presents Miss Delicious Scones.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, it should be part 4. I think there were 2 parts in the past. There was no part before the past. Or rather, it was part of the first part. And then this is the second part in the present.
Yizzy, you called, so here I am. It is I, Delicious Scones, the pharmacist who makes delicious drugs. Like cocaine. but you can call me Miss Delicious. And you can call me Mr. The Bestest. Oi, nice to see you, bestie.
They've gone straight to nicknames.
Huh? That boy reminds me of someone.
This is Miles Edgeworth. He's Gregory's son.
You see, nice to meet you, Miley.
Could you please not call me Miley?
Haha, meeting Greggy's boy. I guess it's a sign that I'm getting old.
But how old? Nobody knows. And she hasn't changed a bit. How old is this woman?
Sebastian, isn't there something you'd like to ask Miss Pharmacist?
Oh, right, yeah. Miss Delicious, could you tell us the reason why you came to the gallery? You see, I came to see the curator, Katie.
I have no idea.
I've been friends with her for 18 years, so I visit her quite often.
Is it true, Miss Pharmacist, that you also assist in the treatment of Mr. Gustavia?
I guess you could say that. Although I only made the antidote for the doctor.
I'm so glad Larry and her are not in the same room, cause this is almost Shaggy.
Wow! You made the antidote on the spot?
You see, as long as I have the right ingredients, I can make any drug easily. The infirmary here is well equipped, you see. Instead of sending him to the hospital in critical condition, we treated him right away. I did all I could do. The rest depends upon his body's ability to recover.
Yeah, somehow.
Do you know the victim, Miss Delicious? You see, although it's been 18 years since I last saw him, I only know that he had become a world-famous pastry chef.
Whoa.
Huh? Is the victim that famous? I heard on the news they had won a competition for designing desserts.
That reminds me, I do remember him mentioning something about studying design in Shengfa.
Now, let's get down to business. To defeat... I can't sing in this voice, Miss Pharmacist. Are you familiar with the drug Megatoxin X?
You see, it's the drug that's used to kill those things. It's mega effective. Because the effects are so potent, it's not available to the general public.
What are those things you're referring to?
It's a drug for vanquishing the creatures that strike fear into the heart of a lady. The ones that often infest kitchens and the like.
Cockroaches?
Ah, I think I know what she's talking about. So, Miss Pharmacist, may I ask you one more thing? Do you know what happens when you mix normalium with Vitalium?
You see, I know. It's even written on the warning label of Megatoxin X. Hazardous when mixed. When the two drugs are mixed together, a chemical reaction occurs and the gas is released. Inhaling a large amount of this gas can cause breathing difficulties, and even death. From the amount of poison gas Gusty breathed in, I think there was probably at least 500 milliliters of each chemical in the gas.
Whoa! That's... like, it's a full fucking liter of the shit! As expected of a pharmacist, she's very well informed.
Normalium is an adhesive liquid that becomes hot as soon as the heat is applied. It also has a red color and a minty fragrance. Due to its low cost, it's used everywhere. Vitalium is a white, watery liquid.
That's enough for now. As expected of a pharmacist, you're very knowledgeable.
Yes, see, of course I am. Megatoxin X is one of the chemicals that the company I work for produces. Ah, but not just anyone has access to it. It's so potent as a poison that it couldn't be sold to the public after all.
Thank you. I think that's all I need to hear.
Does Judge Courtney suspect her? What is she hiding behind that smile?
Oh, Flatfoot, have you made progress in the investigation or something?
Yeah, let me tell you. The glass cases that contain the sculptures can be opened by a mechanism on the lid.
What strange cases.
The temperature in the cases can be lowered down to 0 Fahrenheit. I think that's around -12. Where's the thing? Oh, it's -18. The inside of the Pisces cage was set to 27F, which I think was -2. So my head nearly got stuck to the ice.
Good thing it didn't. So then?
The lid of the Pisces case. Wait, what? We detected slight traces of mammalium.
Ah, not bad. Huh? If mammalium was in the glass case at a temperature of 27 degrees Fahrenheit, then it would have been frozen to the lid. Really? So what happened?
Mr. the Best, why don't we try borrowing the power of K's Little Thief? I think the circumstances will be easier to understand if we use our Mr. Thief.
So you really want to help me out that much? Fine, I'm not really sure how this all works, but you get on with it.
I hate being bossed around by this guy, but to arrive at the truth, I'll do it.
Oh.
Stop acting as you please. The goddess of law has no need of your power.
Why though? Don't be such a stick in the mud, Courtney Pie. We have approval of the prosecutor in charge, so what's the problem? Could it be there's something the Pick doesn't want us to find out?
That's none of your concern. If you insist on participating in the investigation, then let me check if you're qualified by asking you a question.
What is she planning?
Who set off the poison gas? If you can answer me that, I'll allow you to work with us.
Well then, Miles. The person who opened the Pisces case and set off the gas. When you think about the circumstances, there's only one person it could have been. Yes, considering the circumstances, it's clear who it was. Thus far, nobody has died in the present.
So please, give me your answer. Who set off the poison gas?
Is it Dane Gustavia? Yes. There was no one in the Autumn Palace other than the victim, Dane Gustavia. It's hard to believe it could have been anyone but him.
It seems that way. Very well, I'll allow you to participate this time. However, I feel if I feel you are a hindrance, I will have to ask you to leave.
Understood. But what I don't understand is why the victim opened that case.
So, Mr. Edgeworth, what shall I recreate?
Based on the information we've gathered so far, let's recreate the scene before the gas.
Got it!
Wow, don't scare me like that!
So, this is the true power of Sir Thief.
Oh god, he's still here. I thought we told him he had to leave. Let's investigate the Pisces sculpture post-haste. There's frozen normalium on the lid of the Pisces sculpture glass case.
It's frozen so thick you can't even open the lid.
Wait, that was actually my old case shit.
Buddy.
On the actual glass case, the lid was heavily cracked. It was like someone had it out for the Pisces sculpture, sir. Do you have any idea how it came to be cracked like this? Well, the damage didn't seem to have come from outside the glass case, sir. I see, so the inside of the case was below freezing point, and the case had developed cracks. There are no signs of external damage. From this we can deduce... Below freezing? Like Mr. Edgeworth's cold stare. What? Wait.
Hey, and crack? Like Mr. Edgeworth's forward brow.
Thermal fluctuation. Thermal fracturing. The cold glass case was heated from the outside, causing it to crack. But why did the thermal fracturing occur here, and what caused it? Inside the thermally fractured glass case, there was frozen normalium. Oh, that face means you've probably thought of something, Miles. Okay. I'll try to keep in mind whatever happens. Indeed I have. I know how Mr. Gustavia was able to open the glass case.
What? How can you possibly know something I don't?
I say the things he does know are in the minority.
Hey, aren't you going to let me know? How did Dane Gustavia open the glass case?
Oh, that's not it. Or it is. This gas burner that was found in the Autumn Palace shows signs of recent use. I believe this was the cause of the thermal fracturing in the Pisces sculpture's glass case.
A gas burner? Why would you use something like that?
Ah, I got it! The lid was frozen shut. Wait. Hey, buddy, I'm Mortimer. The lid was frozen shut, so we had to use the burner to melt the ice.
Indeed, that is correct.
No, I just had a late start. I'm still the best, you know.
Late start. Late start. You didn't even understand a single thing, did you?
Well, that's just because Mr. Edgeworth's explanation was too hard to follow.
Okay, why don't you update the little thief so that he can understand it?
If you say so. Right, let's restart the recreation.
Recreation. Yeah, that's recreation, not recreation. The victim, Dane Gustavia, was the only one to enter the Autumn Palace. If he used the gas burner then, the normalium in the glass case would have melted.
And then?
Oh, the melted normalium would have come into contact with the fatalium inside the case, and produced the poison gas. The moment Mr. Gustavia opened the lid, he would have begun to inhale the gas. He managed to drag himself out to the fountain patio just before his strength ran out.
So he inhaled the gas when he opened the lid.
It seems he finally understands. But why did Mr. Gustavia open the glass case of the Pisces sculpture? The victim's goal, that I do not know yet. Perhaps he had the same reason as Uncle Ray. Maybe he actually came to see the Winter Palace, not the Autumn one. Uncle Ray also thought that this was the Winter Palace at first.
Oi! You too, Ray? Actually, I thought so too. It looks like Icy's room from 18 years ago. It's even got the exact same plants in front of the door.
It seems everyone involved with the IS-7 incident made the same mistake. It is imperative that we investigate the real Winter Palace immediately. I should suggest that to Mr. DeBest.
I get it now. Yes, that's how it was.
Huh? Did you think of something?
The victim committed suicide. He thought he would look refined if he died in an art gallery.
What the fuck?
Have you even been listening?
Well, if you're as smart as me, just hearing half of the story will be enough.
Sebastian, I'll explain from the top later.
Top? That means best, right? Alright, I'll leave it to you.
Yes, it would indeed be best to let Judge Courtney handle him.
That aside, don't you have some information to inform everyone of?
Ah, I totally forgot.
What are you talking about?
We did a little checking on that pharmacist. We, meaning me, the best. Prosecutor's subordinate.
That's not something to brag about.
Shut up, you! Quiet down and listen. Suicide is, off the table for now, yeah. That's because, in short, that pharmacist is a culprit. She set up the gas as a trap.
Hey, no!
It's a terrible shame, Miss Pharmacist. How could one in the profession of saving lives stoop to extinguishing them?
Huh? What are you saying? I would never do such a thing.
Mr. The Best, do you have a basis for these accusations?
Of course. This is my basis. Her pharmacist's license. It would permit her to handle Megatoxin X, right?
And its active ingredient Fatalium was one of the components of the poison gas.
Exactly. That chemical is almost impossible for ordinary people to obtain. But that pharmacist is another story altogether.
It wasn't me. You've got it all wrong.
And that's not all. A bottle of Megatoxin X was found in the victim's pocket. And on the bottle, we found clear fingerprints. Yours! You and the curator took the victim to the infirmary, right? That would have given you the perfect opportunity to plant the bottle on him.
That's...
You are the only pharmacist on the premises who could have handled Megatoxin X. Furthermore, as for the curator of this art gallery, you're an acquaintance of hers. You would have had access to the gallery at any time in order to prepare the poison gas trap.
Please wait, that Megatoxin X, it was stolen!
Trying to lie your way out of this won't go well with me.
It's true! Look, I've got the proof right here in my bag!
What is she searching for?
Not this! Not this either!
I remember seeing cloth like that recently.
Ah, here! Please take a look at this!
It's some sort of paper.
What's it say?
April 1st. Theft report accepted. Stolen item Megatoxin X. This is a theft report acceptance certificate.
What?
You see, truth is, 1 week ago, my Megatoxin X was stolen.
1 week ago? That means you didn't have it with you today.
You see, that bottle you just found is probably the one that was stolen from me. I normally carry that bottle of Megatoxin X in my bag at all times, even though I often forget to keep it locked up. I would never even think about mixing it with Normalium.
But why in the world would you carry such a dangerous substance on your person?
Well, you never know when those things will appear.
Those creatures that infest the kitchen, striking fear into the heart of the lady, right? Although if you had a rolled up newspaper, you could just squash them with one blow.
Justine, what do we do now?
Well then, Can we really accept this theft report? Let's ask for confirmation. That should clearly tell us whether or not she's lying.
Right, well then, let's just call and confirm. I'll just call and confirm it.
It looks like Miss Delicious isn't the culprit.
Indeed, if she really did set up the poison gas as a trap, I don't believe she would do it in the way that incriminates her the most.
So Miles, who do you think is the culprit?
Predicting the actions of the victim would require a fair amount of advanced planning, and there's only one person here capable of that.
Huh? Uncle Ray would like to know too. Who do you suspect?
The one who stole the Megatoxin X and prepared the room in advance was...
Catherine Hall?
Yep. And that should be the curator of the Zodiac Art Gallery, Miss Catherine Hall. However, I still don't have any evidence that she is the criminal yet.
I see. She is...
The way he said that just now sounded like he had been expecting it.
Good job, Miles. Expected from Uncle Ray's future apprentice.
I have no intention of becoming your apprentice.
And I will now announce the results of my verification. I can confirm that her theft report was indeed accepted. Therefore, it's a little too early to come to a decision.
Huh? No audio? Are you sure you have it enabled? Hold on, I'll just check myself on my phone. And that was a little lag. I can't seem to, there it is. There should be audio.
Therefore, it's a little too early to come to a decision.
That means your logic was completely faulty. Okay, so what's happened was we found out that, that the way the poison gas was released is that, the red normalium was frozen to the top of the Pisces case, and it was basically melted off by Gustavia with the used gas burner, which he used. And in that moment, the normalium in there melted and came in contact with the fatalium inside the case, which released the gas, and he immediately stormed out and collapsed. What happened next was DeBest and Courtney went and suspected fucking Delicia because she's a pharmacist, and yeah, because she's a pharmacist and she would have the she would be able to. Oh god, suddenly the view count went up to 5. Is that you joining over and over, Neo? Because she's a chemist and she could get Megatoxin X. But then she came up and showed that she has like a little slip that the Megatoxin X was actually stolen from her stuff. So that would mean she's not it.
And then Ray asked me, who do you think it was? And I'm like, must have been someone who could have planned all this. It's Catherine Hall. And he was like, so, her, huh? Like, not surprised at all. That's basically everything that happened. That means your logic was completely faulty.
You're wrong! My real performance is still to come.
Really? And how do you plan to proceed with your investigation?
That's... First we need to speak with the curator.
I forgot her voice again. Really? Oh yeah, I've had that. But usually when I had like my yeah, probably. I usually have that when I connect my PS4 controller to my PC, because then it's like, oh, it wants to go through the headphone jack of that. And after that,
we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Sebastian? Mr. Gustavia may have had business in the Winter Palace. I believe we should send an investigator there as well.
Oh, that's good too. Detective Gumshoe, investigate the Winter Palace at once.
got it, sir.
Justine, let's go talk to the curator.
Yes, Larry, I had to think of what voice I would give him, because I always imagine him as a surfer dude, with a surfer dude voice, but I already gave that to Ray.
So now he's just Scooby, he's Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Yes, let us proceed.
We should go and listen to what Miss Hall has to say as well. Yes.
Oh jeez.
Wait,
Zoinks, AG. I've only started using my power. I'm about to go Ultra Instinct.
alright, wait, alright, what?
Alright, I want you guys to listen to what the curator has to say.
Mr. the Best, what? Weren't you going to go and talk to her yourself?
Nah, that's a job for my subordinates. All I have to do is wait for their report. I'm the best prosecutor after all.
Such arrogance.
Well, this is anticlimactic. I'm gonna chill for a bit. Huh? What's that in the fountain? Ah!
Well, do we now have... Wait, what?
Wow, there's a dead body in the
Is that the fucking... This is the same guy that died last time!
There's a dead body in the fountain!
What? What is the meaning of this?
Silence, everyone. Forensics identified his body at once.
It's terrible, pal!
Please be quiet, detective.
The ice sculpture's in the Winter Palace. Okay. They've all melted, pal! What?
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 What? To be continued? Nope. What's going on here?
There are 2 victims now.
This is all just like 18 years ago. Once again, the ice sculptures have melted.
Again?
And everyone related to the incident 18 years ago is gathered here now. This is no mere coincidence, don't you think so, Miles? Yes. The key to finding the truth of this case lies in the IS-7 incident. This is what I believe. That's right. Uncle Ray thinks so too. Looks like it's time once again for Uncle Ray to tell you about the IS-7 incident. Back to the past! We're gonna take you back to the past to play some shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have a buffalo take a diarrhea dump in his ear. I'm not gonna sing the end of that. The IS-7 incident 18 years ago was... Okay, I'm gonna take us... That was the AVGN theme song. I'm gonna take a very small break. I'm just gonna go use the bathroom. I'll cut the recording here. And then I'll resume when I come back.